Hello everyone, in this lecture we will learn about different functions to access HTML tags. Here is one example. So I'll open a file index.html and create one object of type beautiful soup and print the text. And this is HTML page. Here you can see the output. Now let's access a particular element. So for that we have to understand the structure of the page. For example, this h1 I want to access with the help of id. So here id is hid1 and this is heading 1. Let me just change it. Okay. So I can use this object dot a function find and see the parameters here. We have to specify name and we can specify attributes. Name is h1. Now what if I just print this? So it will give the first occurrence, right? So h dot, okay, let me just print h. You can see the first occurrence of heading 1. But I am looking only for this particular h1. Now the attributes are this id or class. Let's access this element by id. So here we can specify attributes and now we know the id colon, so name of the id. Now print it. It will access only that particular element. Here important thing is to understand it is a type. Let's see, print the type here of this h and you will see a tag. And see here it is a tag. The type is tag here. But through these attributes we can always access. So let's access the element with the help of class. I'll find heading 1 and attributes. I know the class here, so let's see this class. Here we have, okay, so CLS 3. Now let's print the heading. And here you can see the class is 3. Now I'll create one more element, one more h3. I'll not give the id same, but here class will be same. So let me just give here, this is heading 1. Now there are two elements with the same name of the class. So if I run this, it will give only first element. The reason is function is find. Now if I have to access all the elements which have these attributes, we can use find all. So let's use for h in s dot find all h1 with this attribute. So now I know the class here, specify the class, name of the class, and let's print h. And both the elements are here with this class, same class. Now we have seen in HTML parent, child, siblings. So what if I have to access the sibling of this particular element? It can be a previous or it can be a next. So how to do that? There are so many functions for that. So let me first get the element here. Again, s dot, I'll find the element, and I can use id here. So this h represent this particular element. Now I will find the sibling of this, next sibling. So how to do that? Because h is a object, we can use h dot find. Let's find next siblings, next sibling, or next. Let's understand next sibling. Here we specify the name of that. I want to find the next sibling, let's say paragraph. So let's see here, we have h1, then we have paragraph here. So we don't have any paragraph here. Let me add a paragraph here. Sibling of h1. Okay. No, we have one paragraph here also. Anyway, so there are two element paragraph after this h1. So next sibling of, so here h is the element. Okay, this h next sibling, which element? Paragraph. Let's print it. And see that this is the, after this h1, this is the paragraph sibling. But there are two elements, two paragraphs. So how to get access both? Now instead of this, we can use next siblings. Print h dot find. You can see here one more function, next siblings. So it will find all the siblings and it will return a list. See here, for this is the one paragraph, this is another paragraph. So that is the difference between sibling and siblings. Sibling will return only one element. Siblings will return all the siblings of this element. Now if I don't want siblings, for example here, this paragraph is inside the div and these two are outside. Only these two are sibling of this h1. If I have to access every element after this tag, whether it's a sibling or it's not, then we can use next function. So let's see that. You can use h dot, you can use find all next. Okay, so find all next. Let's find paragraph and I'll print it. Run this and see here. These two are siblings. The third one is inside div. It is not a sibling, but function is find all next. So here, after this is the first paragraph, then second paragraph. Both are sibling, but this is inside div. So it will find all the next. We have find previous. So it will find previous, and this will find previous sibling, this will find previous siblings, and find all previous. So previous, only one element. Let's print. Okay. So this is h1 and it will search the previous element. Paragraph is there or not, and it will return that paragraph. You can see here. Now we have previous all, previous sibling. Let's go for find previous siblings. So all the siblings, paragraph. See here, there are two paragraphs before this one and this one. Both are siblings. Yeah, this is the element here and here. So very simple and very useful functions. H dot, you can just find and see all the functions. Find, it'll just find one element. Previous siblings, all the siblings. Previous, only one element. Previous sibling, so it can be anywhere. Okay, it's not like sibling, but this one is only sibling. So all next, all the element. This is only for next, this is all the element. Then next sibling, next. So all these functions you can try. These are very useful functions. Parents is there. So let's understand this. Find parent, and we can specify the name here or parents. So let's find the parent of this element. If I run this, it will give the body because it is inside body. Here you can see this h1 is inside body. Now let's put inside a div from here to here. So you can see this particular heading is inside div, and then div is inside body. Now if I run this, now instead of that body it will return div. But here we can specify the parent of, like, let's give div. So I want the parent, div parent. It will return the same. But here if I give here some other element, let's give body. Now it will give the complete body. So we can specify which parent I am looking for this particular element. Okay. So first you create a page like this HTML and do all the practice here. Once you are comfortable with this, then you can go for the live website, because here it is easy to understand. You can write that, you can do the testing, but when you see a website, there you don't know the structure of the website. Then you have to understand the structure. It can be very complex, but if you know this simple example, then it will be easy to understand that. And you can try other functions. You can see here so many functions are present. So h dot, and you can see the list here. It's very easy to explore these functions. Just call the help and understand it. All right.